Today I'm joined by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a former pro wrestler, entrepreneur, and currently the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Second highest, actually.
Oh, who's first?
Tom Hanks, probably. I have a strong hunch it's either him or Zach Braff.
Zach Braff from the TV show Scrubs.
Yeah, dude is loaded. I went to a party at his house one time, and he had this fish tank filled with all these dead fish. It was gross. I was like, Zach, clean that out, you filthy mongrel. We had a good laugh over it. He died, unfortunately, very sad. COVID got him, or he was run over by a truck. It was one of those I can't remember.
So let's start from the beginning. Give us the whole backstory. How did little Dwayne Johnson become The Rock, become Dwayne Johnson again?
So my father was a wrestler, and he comes from a long line of Mexican wrestlers.
I thought you were Samoan.
Whatever, what's the difference? Anyways, he would always somehow work in wrestling into everything he did. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I remember one morning I woke up and he had this beautiful breakfast spread, everything you could think of. Pancakes, cereal, fruit, cheese, barbecue sauce, pickled eggs, raw beef on a plate, a whole bowl of brown sugar. I mean, it was the works. Well, me and my brothers come downstairs, eat, and he's in full luchador regalia, shouting at the top of his lungs. I don't remember about what. I think he was speaking Spanish or something.
Spanish?
Anyways, he climbs up on the kitchen counter, spreads his arms like the wings of an albatross, and tries and fails to do a front flip onto the table with the breakfast spread. He shorts it by a country fucking mile and barely even rotates, resulting in him just smacking his face right on the corner of the table. It was truly a masterclass in utter failure, I'll tell you. But he shook it off like nothing happened and drove us to school, still in his outfit. Never explained a goddamn thing about what he was doing that day. But he did shit like that all the time.
And when did you yourself get into wrestling?
Not counting the times I had to fight off my dad when he tried to wrestle me on the toilet, I'd say about 16. I was picked up by a small venue. It was called La Hermandad del Maíz. Back then I was known as the Big Shoe because I'd run around like an absolute retard with these huge shoes on trying to stomp on everyone's head. I wasn't very flexible, so the act never really worked. But like my father, I gave it my best shot.
And then later on you met Vince McMahon.
Nope, never met him.
But you wrestled in the WWF, now known as the WWE, correct?
I don't remember. I only remember being the Big Shoe.
Okay.
I still get confused why people call me The Rock. I'm always like The Rock, the Sean Connery movie, and they give me this blank stare. No idea what's going on. Can I use your toilet real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Why did you say it like that? Do you not want me to use your toilet? I'm really good with toilets, I promise. I'm not going to ride at Sid's saddle or do a Idaho crab slam or anything fancy like that.
I'm sorry, what?
You know what? Forget it. If you don't meet to sully your good toilet that your grandmother probably gifted you at your wedding, then I won't.
I didn't mean...
So my first movie was Angels in the Outfield. I'll never forget it. Being on set, green between the cheeks, as they say, didn't know a line from a circle, if you catch my pudding, Mr. Robot.
What?
I remember one of the scenes I was supposed to do this extremely passionate salsa dance with Danny Glover. I was dressed head to toe like an angel, and I felt absolutely ridiculous. So I hit my mark, and Danny is just horribly drunk. I mean, he's putting his hands all over me, but he's telling me that I stink. He kept saying, "You stinky like a sock." He just kept repeating that. "You stinky like a sock." Great salsa dancer, though, really showed everyone on set what he could do. He puked on my shoes, though, so we had to reshoot the entire scene. So I got to hear him call me stinky again for another 4 fucking hours.
I have to admit, I don't remember you being in Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, okay, you got me. I lied.
And the story about Danny Glover?
That's actually true, but it was at my wedding.
Why were you dancing with Danny Glover at your wedding?
I mean, he was there, so I knew I only had that one shot, and I took it.
Well, Mr. Johnson, thank you for taking the time. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Is there anything that you want to plug before we go?
Yes, go see The Black Man in theaters now. Don't miss it. It's a great movie with lightning and black stuff and dirt and stuff.
Black Adam?
Whatever.